Hi folks, my name is Charmaine and I am a teacher and a tech here at OpenWorks. Today I'm going to show you how to make an apron. So to begin with the apron, we have to have our pieces. We have our body, which is the larger piece. We have the bottom pocket, you can use front or back. We have the top pocket. We have the neck strap and our two tie straps. So to begin, what we do first is we'll go to the iron. And what we'll do is iron all our edges in 1/4 inch. Okay, this is the finished product of the apron that we are going to make. And we are going to start with our first step. First step is we go to the iron and we iron press all edges down 1/4 inch. This is a little gauge. If you have a ruler, you can use a ruler. Just press it down 1/4 inch. All the way around. And what we're doing is we're turning our facing in. So it'll be a self-facing. I'm pressing all edges, but I'm starting with my arms. Back that down a little more. We turn the top down 1/4. 1/4. We're turning all edges. Let's just do our armhole. Turn the armhole another 1/4. This is the total finish of our armhole. 1/4. Right down. And then we can turn our bottom up 1/4. And we turn our sides 1/4. Because once you leave the iron, we're going to the sewing machine. Turning everything and pressing everything at one time, it saves you from running back and forth to the iron. Just make sure all edges are turned in 1/4 first. Once you turn all edges on your body, then the top, we're going to turn down 1 inch. It just makes it a lot easier to press everything at one time. It saves you time. Then we're going to turn, and we're going to turn our bottom up 1 inch. Also too, we're going to turn our sides up 1 inch. We're almost there with the body. Turn in 1 inch. And we're finished with the body, so we can put that aside. That's our body. This is our bottom pocket. We're going to do as we did the body, turn everything in 1/4 inch on all sides. Once you turn in on all sides 1/4, turn down top 1 inch. And we're finished with our bottom pocket. Now for the top pocket. We also turn down all sides 1/4 inch. This is a nice fun project. Then for our top pocket, we're going to turn down 1 inch. And we'll finish with the top pocket. This is our neck strap. We need a neck strap to hold on. We're going to do the same. Turn down 1/4 inch. Once you turn the sides, you turn your top part 1/4 inch. What that does is it'll hide the fray inside. Opens 1/4 inch. And once you complete that, all you do is fold it over in half. Make sure each end is even. And this is your neck strap. These are our ties. And now we're ready to begin sewing. So from here, we'll take out all our parts. Use snips or scissors, whatever you have to cut the threads. Now for some of you who don't have power sewing machines, portable ones will work, but I advise to use a heavy needle, such as a jean needle, that'll go through thick. To begin, we're going to start with our arms. So what we'll do is begin with our first step. We'll do the armholes first. Fold back and start from the beginning. Make sure it's sewn on the edge. Make sure you lock both ends and just come around your edge. Tack both ends. Then we do both ends. Make sure you tack. That part. Second step, my 1 inch fold that's up top. Fold in. Stay on the edge. Make sure you back tack. Back tack is locking both ends so it won't come out. I'm staying on my edge. Locking my ends. Cutting my threads. Notice how my 1/4 inch is still folded in. This is my inch. So we'll go across the bottom. Lock the ends. Sewing on the edge. For those of you who need pins to hold it in place, you may also use pins too to pin it down. But what you don't want to do is run across pins. So before you get to the pins, just take your pins out. Now on my sides. Make sure we fold it in. We're almost there. Nice fun apron. Now we're finished the body. Ready for the next step. We'll just put this aside and we'll do our pockets. This is my top pocket. And all I want to do, the part that I press down 1 inch, that's the top of your pocket. This is my bottom pocket. Part that I had turned down 1 inch, we're going to sew it down. And we're finished with the pockets. We can put these aside. And we'll close our neck strap. What you want to do, the part that you fold in half ends even. Sometimes you might want to just shove the piece in. Make sure you backpack so it won't come out. And all we're doing is sewing our edges together. Like I said, you can use pins if you want to hold it down. Those our little ends that stick out, we just shove them in. And if you really want to, you can just go on around. Basically, it's a decoration. Just stay on your edge. And we're complete. Now we're ready to put it all together. We go back to our body. What I'm going to do is use, if you have a ruler or anything, tape measure that you can use to measure. Now if you like to use pins, you can just take the pins for it to hold on. That's just to hold it in place. But what you don't want to do is run across your pins. That's our top pocket. And while we're here, we'll put our bottom pocket on. I measure from the bottom 5 inches. I take my bottom pocket, place it at my 5, and we kind of center it. Kind of center it. And we just take a couple of pins just to hold it in place. What that does is keep it from moving. Now we begin to sew. That's your choice. You can start with the top or you can start with the bottom. But being so the bottom is here, we can just put the bottom on. Put it under the foot. Everything we are sewing is basically on the edge. Make sure you lock it good. When I say lock it good, what that does is it tacks it to keep it from coming apart. Notice when I get to that pin, I do not run over. I take my pin out. all the way down to the edge. Anytime you have to turn a corner, always make sure your needle is down before you turn. Stop, take my pen out. And we're finished it up. Now, if you like, you can put a stitch in the middle. If either way, you can leave the pocket open, but what I'll do is I'll put my stitch in the middle. So what I do is I measure and take half of the pocket. I chalk it over there. I'll just stick that pen here. And you can also mark your top. If you have chalk, you can use chalk to mark it. But I'll use a pen just to mark it. Or if you like, you can take your chalk, make a drawing line, and you can sew directly on the line. I go back, that's my marking, take my pen out. Make sure you tack. And I come directly down to my next marking. Get to the edge, and you tack. And we're now finished the bottom pocket. You can cut all those threads. Also too, if you like for decoration, you can reverse the pocket. That way it would be this side. So we're going to do the top the same way. Locking my pocket. Taking my pen out. Coming down to the edge. What I'm doing is my fold in, I'm just tucking so it will stay in the inside. Take my pen out. Fold to the edge. Lock it in. We're almost there. You can also too put whatever decoration you want to put on your apron. It's up to you how you want to decorate it. Now that we have it there, we'll take our neck strap and we'll just fold it. A lot of times, just take the edge and put down to your stitch line. But stay on the edge. You can use pins if you're not sure you can hold it. You can use pins to hold it in place. And what I do is I basically stitch inside my line. All I'm doing is reversing, sewing, reverse, sew. And what that does, it locks it on. That's your bottom part. Now we do the top part the same way. Locking it in there. What I want to do is connect to my outside. A lot of times, I tell a lot of people, if you hold it out straight, make sure it's nice and flat, whip it around. And now we're doing the bottom. Just make sure you use a heavy needle or a jean needle so you won't have any needle breakage. And for the final, we have our straps. stick it under. Like I say, you can pin if you like, but if you don't want to pin, you don't have to. Once you stick it under, what you're doing is running in the middle of that strap. What that's doing is locking it on. And now your apron is complete. So if you like, you can just knot the end of your strap. It's your choice. Of course, we want to at least go back and clean up the threads. Just so it'll be nice and neat. Final project. If you like, you can press it down if you're comfortable, or this is the final project. And now we have our apron complete. I want to thank you for being with me today and learn how to make an apron. If you'd like to find out more information on how you could purchase and make one of these aprons, go to openworksbemore.org and have fun with your apron.